tu en veux tout. On me vit la vida loca. Prendere bene, on me vit la vida loca.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. I know it's been a minute, but I hope everybody had a great Easter holiday. I sure did. I rested, but you know, we're back in the hustle. So I had these nails on for 2 weeks. These were my birthday nails, and I thought, you know what, it's time for them to go. I just want something simple and clean, and for the purpose of the video, I said I'm gonna film. Right now I'm just pushing back my cuticles, you know, using a disposable cuticle pusher. I prefer these to the metal ones because I feel like the metal ones hurt. Maybe it's just me, but hey, and we know why we're pushing it back anyways. These are the 3 bits that I'm going to be using for this manicure. Actually, there's a 4th one, which is the ball one, but for now let's focus on these 3. The first one, bit 1, I am just getting rid of any dead skin that is attached to the nail plate. So remember, first we pushed back and then now we're just cleaning off. I'm using my Kyra Sky drill bit machine, and at the moment I'm working with 10 RPM. So I mean, you can go higher, you can go lower, it's entirely up to you, but 10 is good when you're trying to be very gentle, in my opinion anyways, but still get the job done. I'm working in forward, you know, and then everybody knows, if you don't know this by now, if you're new here, when you're trying to do the right side of your finger of your nail beds, you want to work in reverse. So as you can see, I have reversed it so that I can get the other side of it. The purpose of this part is just to clean. It's just to clean. Don't think about pushing it back too much. During my normal nail service, this is what I do for my clients. I just do this part, then I go straight into cutting, and then I begin my application work, because that's just a normal manicure to me. But obviously for a Russian, you have to do a bit more and it takes more time. Now we're using bit number 2, and bit number 2, her job is just to push back that skin. Okay, we are pushing back to expose the nail plate even more. This allows your manicure to last a bit longer because you have more space. So say you did not do this step or push back your cuticles at all, a 3 or a week old nail will look very much grown out, but this allows your nails to, you know, look very much fresh even during week 2. So I'm just pushing her back, you know, trying to really expose the skin there and like separate as well. You can use this to exfoliate at the same time, and then once that is done, you know, you will go on to step 3. Now you might be wondering, what is a Russian manicure? A Russian manicure is just simply the aesthetic of this, by the way, guys. It is the exfoliation of like dead skin and the getting rid of cuticles. So it looks like you had like a nail wax. That's all it is. There's nothing like, wow, oh my god, it has to be something entirely different. No, it's just the gentle pushing back of your cuticles and getting rid of it and every dead skin around there. It's an aesthetic. Okay, I know some states in America do not allow people to cut, so I will be showing you 2 ways to achieve this look: the cutting method and just the filing off method, because you know it's good to have both options, especially if some of your clients are diabetic. You want to like make sure you're not cutting them. So maybe the cutting method is not what I'm going to recommend. I'll recommend more so just the filing off method or the exfoliation method. But as you can see, I'm just gently trying to get rid of everything and just pushing everything back. So once you're done doing that, you want to make sure to get rid of every dust. Now, this is the most important step, which is my favorite step, the cutting bit. This scissors, by the way, I love it so much because it's very thin at the edge. Like the very tip of it is so thin, so you're able to get every tiny skin without, you know, really hurting yourself. The second one, I don't use the shorter one because it's too thick. I feel like you can't really get the skin properly. So If you're comfortable using that, that's fine. But me personally, that doesn't work for me. And I don't know how to use a cuticle nipper. As you can see, it's very thin. So now I'm just showing you how I gently, using just the tip and not necessarily the body of the scissors, just the tip, gently cutting. You want to make sure that the bottom bit of the scissors is like underneath the dead skin. Now, is this really the cuticle? No, it's not. This is the eponychium, by the way, guys. It's just the eponychium that we're cutting off, but the dead skin part of it is not the cuticle. Cuticle is just what is attached onto the nail plates, but this is just dead skin. And the reason I say it's dead skin is because the eponychium has living tissue in it. But as you can see, these white bits, when you do cut them off, they are not going to hurt, so that's fine. I'm just going in with a sanding band just to roughen the surface of my nails. I'm doing that on all fingers and then going back into what was really important. Now I'm showing you how to use the ball. I know I didn't show the ball tip in the beginning, but I'm just going to show you roughly how to do it. This part of the video is not sped up, so this is in real time. Now, I had an issue with this, guys, because I don't know how people use the ball. I just feel like it takes forever. I mean, now I understand when people say they go in for a Russian manicure and it takes 3 to 4 hours, because first you have to be so gentle since the skin around the nails is super thin, to avoid cutting yourself. But this ball, guys, this ball, I feel like it took me 5 minutes to just do one finger. Remember, you cannot rush a Russian. So, oh, that was a nice one. So you have to take your time. So as you can see, right, I will show you the difference. Obviously, you saw the difference between cutting and then now I'm exfoliating whilst getting rid of that dead skin. So look at how lush my finger looks around my cuticle. It looks super clean, super neat, you know, no dead skin inside. By the time this is done, you're going to look at it and be like, okay, now I see the difference. However, I'm also going to show you what it looks like when you cut the cuticle and then you go into exfoliate. I will show you with the ball and I will show you with the number 3 bit I put in the beginning. So yeah, you just want to gently do that, guys, gently. Do not apply too much pressure, because if you do, you're more likely going to hurt yourself or hurt your clients. I'm working on myself, so I can kind of tell when it hurts. But for a client, I would have to be super light-handed and very gentle, because some clients, the skin around their nails are thinner than others. Some is a bit harder, but thinner. Mine, is my skin thin around there? Definitely not hard per se. I feel like my right hand is a bit harder than my left, but maybe that's in my mind. I don't know. But now, can you see how clean and neat that is? It looks as smooth as a baby's bum, as the saying goes. Please do not take it the wrong way, because I know how some of you be overly sensitive these days. Let's be guided by the Most High. But that's besides the point. The point is, she looks pretty. Okay, she looks beautiful. And all I'm going to do once I'm done with this, I don't use acetone because I feel like it's very drying around the skin for this type of manicure. So I'm just going to use the Miley Prep and Prime liquid that they've got. So I think I'm about to insert that, if I'm correct. This, you want to use that to wipe off every dust. Do not use a cotton wool, because you're going to have cutting all over your nail. Trust me, that's what I did, and I learned a big lesson filming this video. Now I'm using the ball to just go around and exfoliate on my thumb. Remember my thumb, we did the cutting method. As you can see, there is a difference from when I started and right now. It looks a bit cleaner on the side that I just finished off with. And even when I flip my finger, can you see how clean that is? That's what we call a Russian. We don't want that dead skin, because sometimes if you only just cut over the course of you having your nails, the skin might peel around that bit. It might be sticking up. That happens to some people, not everybody per se. I've had clients that have said, yeah, that happens. And then there's clients where it doesn't happen. So I kind of see the importance of a Russian. I'm showing you again now the cutting on my ring finger And my middle finger, I left it just to show you how Bit number 3, this is her from Kyra Sky, I'm going to show you how she works on her own. As you've seen the ball, now it's time to see her. Another point to take down is when you are doing this part, you want to make sure you're using the body of the nail bit, because it does allow you to really get rid of that dead skin easily. If you are using the tip, you are going to struggle a bit more with it. And also, you want to constantly make sure you're changing your bits as well. What I mean by that is you can't use the same drill bit for a full month if you're busy every day. For example, I work 5 to 6 days a week, so I start at 10, my last appointment is at 6 p.m, which means by 8 p.m. I should be done. So imagine doing that 5 times a week, 4 weeks a month. You can't use the same head because it is going to be blunt. So you're going to find yourself probably changing these every other week. I guarantee you it sounds excessive, but if you really want that Russian, you want to make sure you're not using blunt stuff. Blunt in the sense that you made it blunt due to overworking it, not because it came blunt. So that's very important to also remember. So now we've completed our cuticle wax or nail wax, and just for the purpose of this video, I'm just going in to paint my nails. If I was doing this on a client, I would obviously build more structure to the nail, but I'm not building any structure because the start of the show is not the polishing, more so the cuticle work. And I would always advise every nail tech, especially if you're a beginner, do not use just a regular base gel. I would advise you use a rubber base gel because one, it is thicker, it is stronger. You can actually build more structure with it. I could have gone in with the colored one straight and just get it over and done with, but I thought I would use some, clear base before I go with the nude rubber base gel. And that's all I'm doing here. Now my thumb, on the other hand, has a bit of like dents in it. Like as I'm painting, if you can see, you will notice that there are dents there. So I'm just going to use this rubber base gel to kind of like fill in the dents a little bit, just to make sure my baby is not all that bad. Can you see her? She is going through it. I did a line and then I went around just to like kind of feather it out, if you want to put it that way. Again, I'm not building structure properly because that's not the purpose of the video, so please do not come for me. So I wanted a color that was obviously very, very close to my skin tone, and I swatched 3 different colors and decided to go for number 2 because she was pink, she was neutral. Number 5 would have worked if my nails were a bit more squared, but due to the shape I had to go for number 2. Did that, did my top coat, filed around it, and that was it. Thank you guys for watching my video, and I will see you in my next video. Toodles!